Welcome everybody to the next segment of Check Please Palooza 2K23. Apologies for the technical delay. We can speedrun a number of things, but we can't speedrun things like file transfers and old computers and such. So appreciate you bearing with us through the extended pause there. But welcome back to the If I Have to Mile, sponsored by Cocoa Water. I'm here with my photographer, Mr. Tripam, Tuba Toothpaste, and let's get into this game. So this is an experimental game recently released about 12 minutes ago. So there may be some audio bugs, some visual bugs, but I think we'll be able to play through it. So I'm gonna press
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, let's go.
Mario Kart.
It's a nice little intro screen, little splash screen kind of stuff.
Select your player.
Looks like there's our player. We're gonna go for a quick outfit change.
Okay.
And then
Here
start
we
the
go.
race. Okay. So we got a bad pickup right away. We're actually gonna have to eat a whole burrito for that. What you can do, there's kind of a fun thing. If you really spam the buttons, you actually get a 5-time speed boost through the eating process. This is a technique we'll use through the rest of the run, just to speed it up, because the eating itself is a little bit gross, and especially just watching this guy eat a burrito for like 3 minutes straight can be a little gross. So just get the button spam going. We saw in Tripam's run yesterday, the Metroid run, the button spam, you can actually feel it on the entire couch.
Yeah.
It's a very visceral feeling. Actually, I have to hold right and press X to get this feed process. And we're nearing the end of the burrito here. So we'll just kind of shove the last of it in our mouth. A few more bites. It's
Almost done with that burrito.
almost done with the burrito. And okay, so we're about to start lap 1 of 4. This is a 4-lap race, short Grand Prix. And the running part is actually much easier. I'm just going to have to kind of move the legs, but once we get underway, that'll be a nice little breather. Exactly. So
it's not quap control.
no, it's a little more simple than quap, but kind of repetitive. I don't think this game gets a 7 on IGN. This is probably one of the like 5s.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Their lowest score is known to be a 5.
yeah, exactly. Right, it's bottom tier. It's a 5. They are not worse games out there than If I Have to Mile. So we're energized by that burrito. Roughly how many calories do you think that was?
Probably 1,000.
1,000 calories.
1,200.
I think we put that. Well, we're still only a little over 2 minutes into this, so we dealt with that burrito pretty quickly. Of course, we did do that at a 5-time speed with the button spam. So we'll resume that eating if we get any more bad pickups, which we'll try to avoid the red question marks, but they tend to have a way of getting in the way. You just come around a blind corner, and there it is. So we're about halfway done with this first lap, kind of suffering, actually still chewing, still have a mouthful of burrito, which it's quite an experience, but this character I think can push through. Coming into the end of the final, or rather end of the first lap. Huffing and puffing. I think we're probably done with the burrito by now. Did leave with a full mouth full of burrito. But as we're nearing the final turn, just get those final bites down, and see if we can avoid any kind of like obstacles near the finish line. Okay, we're gonna have to really try to turn and get out of the way of that. Now we hit it.
Dude, you hate to see that.
Oh
no. You hate to see it.
It's gonna give us an apple at least. That's not too bad. So yeah, we're gonna go into a little button spam again. Again, I'm gonna hold right and spam X. So this one's much easier than an entire burrito, but we are still going to down it pretty quickly. A little bit of cleanliness. And we're done with the apple.
You can actually skip these
Here we
scenes,
go.
but it's extremely difficult, frame perfect, and it was discovered about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So we weren't able to get it in the run. Yeah, it's real bummer.
Right. Yeah. This I don't know if it qualifies as a speed run, but it is definitely a first time run.
Yeah. This is technically a world record because it hasn't been recorded.
Technically.
Oh, yeah.
before.
That's actually very true. So it's a good way of framing it.
Also, I think we went to high school with the devs, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's true. This was actually developed locally. This is released by a group known as the Fighting Dalesmen. Check them out on Twitch. Yeah. So we're about halfway into lap 2. Should be done chewing that apple by now. It wasn't as much of a mouthful as the burrito.
And I assume an apple's much juicier, so it's gonna slide right down your throat a lot. Right down the character's throat, real easy.
Exactly. The burrito tends to be a bit kind of sticky. It's full of rice and beans, chicken. It was a real burrito. And the apple was actually a rather small apple, it looked like. So I think our character's feeling a little better after the apple than he would have been after the burrito.
Yeah, they are full of just better things.
Tend to be. Fruit tends to be a little more invigorating than an entire burrito. Rounding the final bend here, I hope we're going to be able to avoid these question marks that keep appearing at the finish line, but yeah, we'll see. It's not the most agile character. This is and neither is it the most fast character. We just kind of picked like the standard default character here. Perhaps a more agile character would have really been able to avoid some of these. Yeah, okay.
Mamma
We hit
mia!
rail
What's the item this time?
And we got a chocolate donut, and this one's gonna hurt a bit. You can see the character's hesitation, and yeah, we're gonna go into see if we can work up the courage for some 5x speed. No, it's just not happening. We're gonna have to go at a regular speed here. No, okay, we're going into it. That is a full chocolate-covered donut.
I don't believe I saw a hole on that donut either. So
Right.
It was a full-fledged donut. It was not.
Here we go.
Your standard.
Was it jelly?
No jelly.
Okay.
Slight cinnamon taste, I believe.
Oh, donuts.
Just full
raw donut.
full thing. Yeah, so we're going into lap 3. We actually left again with a full mouth. There's a special technique you can do, kind of a tech, like equivalent to kind of a wave dash or that sort of thing, where you actually breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and that way you don't choke on food while you're running. It's a pretty good speedrun strat. I encourage any players who do this in the future. Generally ill-advised to run with food in your mouth, but if you have to, you can make it work.
Oh, hey. Absolutely. Do we have time for a donation?
I think so. We're on the back side. And, just ready.
All right. We got a donation, a rather large donation of $222.22. The name on it is If I Have To, and their comment is, I like my ice extra cold. I think we all do. we all like extra cold ice.
This character could use some ice right now. This is after a burrito, an apple, and a donut. We're still out there in the heat. Maybe we'll get a cool treat on this next lap.
Hopefully you get the ice water. I believe the spawn rate for that is like
It's a really rare drop.
0.05%.
Yeah. We saw in Zestakil's run earlier a mod which actually gives you preferential drops for the weapons and items you need. So we may look into an item mod kind of thing like that in the future, but for this we just ran with the base game and the item drops that we get.
Yeah.
The RNG as it is. Had some real bad luck with the RNG so far.
Yeah.
It's just been punishing, and we're gonna have another red question mark to try to.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, we did that one too. So
I feel like your character just keeps steering into those.
he's almost giving up, right?
Yeah.
The agility rating's really low. So we got a few Takis this time. All right, we're actually going to go for a quick shoe tie, which is going to give us a slight speed boost going into the next lap. So have here a few blue Takis, Takis Fuego. You're going to opt to not use the entire batch. It's kind of like the bananas equivalent in Mario Kart, where you can just shoot a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
Right. You don't.
You want to keep one for like a safety, just so you
Right.
the extra little
Fall back.
shielding.
So this is a tasty blue snack, a little bit spicy, a little bit lemony, or limey rather, and hopefully it'll give us some of the electrolytes that we need for this final lap as we near the end of the speed run here.
We got some donations. You might have read some.
Okay.
That would be a great time.
We got one awesome one. It might have been read already, but it's worth
All right.
reading again. It says, "If I have to," it was donated $222.22.
Here we go.
Saying, "I like my ice extra cold." We also got a $100 donation from Spencer Stomach, asking the question, "Why?"
I can verify it is all capitalized with several exclamation points.
You know, the way you framed it as a donation from Spencer's stomach, that comes across as losing my lunch, which so far our character is actually holding on to all the contents of his stomach, not making any donations to this nice middle school track.
So far. Is the
So
key
far,
term.
and
Yeah.
we'll try to hold it through this final lap. You know, still making pretty good time, to be honest. We're only a little over 10 minutes, you know, which would not be really a time to brag about for just the mile itself, but we've had a burrito, we've had an apple, we've had
Oh,
a
yeah.
donut, threw in a few Takis, and really just bad luck. That really just sums us up. I mean,
I feel like they need to make this an Olympic event. Is have a burrito before they do
Right.
do like the 100 meter dash.
right, because I mean, everybody can run a mile. Like, you know, you can cover ground, but
Yeah.
it's
Takes a
character
true
building.
Yeah, a true champion to eat a donut, a full burrito, some Takis, and an apple, and do a lap mile around the tracks.
Yeah. So we're nearing the final bend here. Character's kind of leaning over in pain, it looks like, but hopefully you can limp across the finish line. Maybe even just a little bit of encouragement. Just push it to the finish line. Yeah, character doesn't look as healthy as he did when we started the run.
Most definitely not.
And we're actually gonna hit one more question mark. That is just probably some of the worst marathon luck I've ever had. And we actually got a cocoa water. Sponsor of today's event, sponsor of the weekend, sponsor of the If I Have To mile. Here
And
we go.
they did just donate $1 saying cocoa water, slurp it down. So perfect timing.
Oh, you gonna chug it?
More or less.
Oh, there it is. There's the cocoa
The
chug.
brown goodness of cocoa water.
Boom. Claps all around.
Check, please. That's our time.
Please, that's
Check,
the time.
please. Well
Just
done.
over 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
You know,
Boom.
respectable time.
Yeah.
The I think the eating time skips helped, and or the time saves rather, and yeah. So, shout out to Tuba Toothpaste for the production of that game. Couldn't have done it without you.
Not a problem.
Excellent. And that was the If I Have To mile.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was a great time.
And cocoa water, slurp it down.